We rented this 11-pound Makita Demolition Hammer from Home Depot. The rental included one bit of our choice, and we opted to rent an additional one for an extra $4. In the end, the extra bit was way too big for our project and completely unnecessary. The rental was $58 for 24 hours, plus $4 for the additional bit, plus a damage protection fee of $9.30 and $4.96 in taxes. We paid $50 down on our credit card as a deposit, and then when we returned the Makita, they charged the card the additional $27. The Makita Demolition Hammer comes in this handy blue case, which opens easily by popping up these two latches. Inside the case was the Makita and a tube of grease for the bits. To use this tool, you just need a regular two-pronged electric outlet. The cord it comes with is 16 feet long, which makes it easy to move around with. This red dial is the speed adjustment dial, which regulates blows per minute according to the manual. At 1, there are 1,100 blows per minute, and if you turn it all the way up to 5, there are 2,650 blows per minute. We left ours at 5 for the entire project. On the handle, you will find the power button. You just kind of press it to turn it on, and then to turn it off, you have to press it from the other side. This is the side grip. The manual refers to it as the auxiliary handle. You can easily adjust this to help you get better leverage when using this demolition hammer. Better leverage is very helpful because this thing gets pretty heavy pretty quick, for me anyway. Make sure you grease your bit before mounting it into the hammer. To mount the bit, you need to pull back on the releasing cover, and you insert the bit into the opening, and then you turn it slightly until you hear it click in, or the manual calls it engages. The bit can be inserted at 12 different angles, which is convenient because you never know what the best way to hold the hammer is going to be, I think. So if you can only hold it in a certain way, take the bit out and reposition it. It's quite helpful. Before you start your project, you do need to make sure you have a mask, some safety glasses, and I recommend the headphones as well. For us, there was a ton of sheetrock particles, tile particles, grout particles floating around in the air. And also when we used the tool, sometimes the tiles would just, go flying. So masks, eyewear, really important. And this machine is also kind of loud. So I found that the headphones were quite helpful. Our project started a few days before we rented this Makita. We had a stone backsplash that we put in at around 2006, and it had worn out its welcome. Quite honestly, I underestimated how difficult it would be to remove these tiles. I watch a lot of HGTV. They make everything seem easy, and this wasn't. So at first we tried a multi-tool that we got from Harbor Freight with a tile removing blade attachment. And honestly, it didn't work even a little bit at all. So then we started chiseling individual 1-inch tiles from the wall in hopes that we would chisel enough off and then we could just peel the backing off of the wall. And that worked, but it was very slow going, tedious, time consuming. It was pretty much a tile removing nightmare. So we both took a break. I sat down and started watching HGTV. I saw one of the crew using this tool to get rid of kitchen tile on the backsplash, and I couldn't get to the Home Depot tool rental page fast enough. We found it, and my husband went out and rented it the next day. It really made quick work of the already chiseled out tiles, as you can see here. And then once we got to the unchiseled part of the wall, we used the Makita to loosen the grout around the tiles to help us remove them from the sheetrock. And sometimes we just took the sheetrock too, whatever was easiest. Once we were clear of an awkward corner, the hardest part was the corner, honestly. And once we were clear of the corner and we could maneuver the Makita and its bit between the sheetrock and the tile backing, it was like a tile removing miracle. This last wall of tiles only took about 4.5 minutes to remove. Yeah. Holy shit! I was so happy. So here is our 11-pound Makita Demolition Hammer Home Depot rental posing victoriously with all of the tiles and grout it removed for us. Was it worth $77? My goodness, yes. The project took us about 5 hours with breaks. We'd probably still be chiseling if we hadn't watched that episode on HGTV. Thanks for watching.